In the quiet heart of Omokoro village, where palm trees swayed gently and children once played freely at dusk, there stood a house no one dared to look at for too long. It was Nana's house, painted in fading white but stained by time and something darker. The building sat at the edge of the village like a silent predator. Its windows were always open, yet no breeze ever moved its curtains. And at night, a faint red glow flickered from within, as though the house itself was breathing. Nana was once a poor widow, known for her quiet nature and humble life. But everything changed suddenly. Within a year, she became the richest woman in Omokoro. She built the grand house. She wore gold like royalty. She lent money to chiefs and traders. But her smile never reached her eyes. Then the disappearances began. At first, it was a drunk hunter who dared to enter the compound, boasting he feared nothing. He was never seen again. Then a curious group of boys, gone without a trace. A young woman searching for her missing goat vanished. No bodies. No screams. Just silence. The villagers whispered in fear, "That house is not ordinary. Nana has tied something there. The house is eating people." Soon, the village placed a ban: no one must go near Nana's house, but fear alone could not solve the mystery. Then one season, during the harmattan wind, a new pastor arrived in Omokoro. Pastor Daniel. He was young, calm, and carried an unusual authority. Unlike others, he did not fear the whispers. Instead, he listened. On his third day in the village, he asked the elders, "Why do you let darkness rule over you?" The elders trembled. One of them replied, "That house is not for the living, Pastor. Even the brave do not return." Pastor Daniel simply nodded. "Then it is time something returns from there." That night, the village could not sleep. With only a Bible in one hand and a lantern in the other, Pastor Daniel walked straight toward Nana's house. The gate creaked open on its own. The air changed instantly, cold, heavy, suffocating. As he stepped inside, the door slammed shut behind him. Then came the voices, whispers, screams, laughter. "Another one has come. He will not leave. His soul will feed the house." The walls began to bleed dark shadows, twisting like living things. The ground shook as if something beneath the house was waking up, but Pastor Daniel stood firm. "In the name of God," he declared, his voice echoing unnaturally, "every dark power in this place, be broken." A deafening scream tore through the house. Then Nana appeared, not as the elegant rich woman the village knew, but something else. Her eyes burned red. Her voice was layered, as if many spirits spoke through her. "You should not have come here," she hissed. "This house feeds me. These souls are my covenant." Pastor Daniel looked straight into her eyes. "Your power ends today." The ground split open. From beneath the house, shadowy hands reached out, countless souls trapped, crying for freedom. The very foundation of the house was built on sacrifices. Nana laughed wildly. "They belong to me." But Pastor Daniel began to pray louder, his voice rising above the chaos. The Bible in his hand glowed faintly, and the shadows recoiled. "Every captive soul, be released." Suddenly, a blinding light filled the house. The shadows screamed, the hands withdrew, one by one, faint figures, spirits of the missing villagers, rose from the ground, their faces filled with relief. Nana let out a terrifying scream as her power began to crumble. "No. You don't understand what it cost me," she cried, but it was too late. With one final prayer, Pastor Daniel struck the ground, the house shook violently, cracks spread across the walls, and with a thunderous roar, Nana's house collapsed into dust. Silence fell. By morning, the villagers gathered at the site where the terrifying house once stood. There was nothing but ash. And standing there was Pastor Daniel, calm, unharmed. Nana was gone. Some said she turned to dust with the house. Others believed the spirits dragged her into the darkness she once controlled, but one thing was certain: Omokoro village was free. From that day on, children played near the empty land again. The fear that once gripped the village vanished like a bad dream, and the story of Nana's house became a warning passed from generation to generation. Not all riches come from blessings. And not all houses are meant to be entered.